So, I got a question for you. If you had a choice between being great at coming up with amazing ideas or having a talent for execution, getting things done, which of those two would you choose? That's what I'm going to be talking about in today's episode. Hey guys, so it's 10 p.m. at night. I'm interrupting the video. Today was one of those days where virtually anything that could go wrong did go wrong. And so with the filming, a lot of things went wrong, and started off with my audio. I recorded the first like 15 minutes and the batteries ran out midway through. And then later on the audio does come back. So bear with me for the intro. It's, it's not the best, but it kind of fits in with the theme of today's video. You'll see. Okay, so that's pretty unbearable. Let me just summarize it here and then we'll get back into that when the audio picks up. So what I'm talking about is what's better, taking action, getting things done, execution, or having wonderful ideas. And in my opinion, it is far better to be able to take action. The reason is, even if you have a mediocre idea, if you take action, you get real world feedback and you can improve and you can make it something much better. How many people do you know who have these great ideas and wonderful ideas for inventions, but they never do anything about it? You know, you see them and they tell you their idea, and then you don't see them for a few months, and then you see them again and they tell you and they still haven't done anything. They never do anything. And there's a lot of people out there who live their life that way. They're all talk, they have all these big ideas, but they don't take action. So I think it's much better to have that ability to just get things done, even when they're not perfect, because that way, at least you start the process. And some of the very best advice that I ever got around this was from a guy called Rich Schefren. I bought one of his products about 10 years ago. And it was like a 10-hour product. I don't remember most of it, but there was one line in this product where he said, you've got to have this mentality of good enough is good enough. And when I heard that, a light bulb went off, because up until then I had been really executing slow. Like I had ideas, I knew what I should do, but I couldn't get things done. And so when I heard that, I started giving myself permission to just do things, to launch things when they weren't perfect, they weren't the best, but they were good enough. And when I started doing that, that's when I turned the corner. That's when everything changed. So remember that. Good enough is good enough. It's kind of ironic. I'm filming this and I just ran out of batteries on my mic. So I'm talking to myself for about like 10 minutes and the sun's going down. It's going to get very dark soon and this is not good for the video. So this is not perfect. And in an ideal world, I would wait until tomorrow, until I had better light. I would film all of this again. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So for example, I was watching a comedy special the other night. I was watching Louis C.K., right? And he came out with a new act, hasn't done anything in years, and it's called Sincerely, and you can get it on his website. And it's really, really good. It's good. It's a bit edgy, but it's good. And when I was making this video, I went back to see what his first performance was like on stage. I found a clip on YouTube. I'll play it for you.
Say there's something wrong with my car, like say I got a flat, and I'm driving it anyway because I just got it. You know, I gotta buy cigarettes. The store's a block away, and I'm not walking to get it.
So was he a good comedian back then? Yes, he was good. Is he far more better now? Absolutely. So when you think of the amount of time you put into something and the level of perfection, like how good it is, there comes a certain point where you start to get diminishing returns, where the extra time you're spending on it is only making it just a little bit better, 1%, 2% better. And rather than try and explain this to you, I'm going to go draw it and then I think you'll get it. Okay, so this is time. And this over here, this is quality.
So, the more time that you spend on something, the quality doesn't really, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. This over here, this is quality. Okay, pretend this is a Q. It's a big Q. And this over here, this is time. I gotta do this quick because it's getting dark.
Okay, so you couldn't make this up if you tried. So right about this time, the drone's a few hundred meters up in the air and the batteries were running out. And this battery right here, and it's automatically programmed to return to home where it took off if the batteries get too low. So while I'm in the sand drawing with the stick, the drone wasn't even there, it went to land. Okay, so this is what I was trying to draw. We've got quality here and time here. So I was trying to say that the more time that you spend trying to perfect something, the rate of improvement in quality starts to decrease by a lot. So for example, you might be like 10 days into something here, you spend an extra 1 day, that's an extra 10% more time, but the quality only goes up by say 2%. So this is where you want to be. This is where you'll see the most progress.
So if you've got an idea, launch sooner than you're comfortable with. Once you feel that it's good enough, now it's time to take action. Do something to take this thought, this idea in your head and put it into the real world, and then focus on making it much better. And if you operate that way in your life and in your career, I think you'll go much further. See you tomorrow.